The post-apocalyptic game scene is getting bigger, with new reveals, updates, and fresh details. Let's have a look at what's coming next in post-apocalyptic gaming. State of Decay 3 takes place years after the zombie outbreak, where survivors must rebuild communities in a world affected by the Blood Plague. Players can build settlements, scavenge, reclaim territory, recruit survivors, craft weapons, and fight a new zombie evolution, with permadeath making each decision risky. Up to 4 players can also build and expand a shared community online. As for the latest news, the game is still in development after Undead Labs separated from Xbox and entered new ownership with funding to complete the project. Alpha playtesting has also begun, following official sign-ups earlier this year, with testing bringing multiplayer, base building, resource strategies, and combat to players. The new ownership creates some uncertainty around the game's future, but development is continuing, and the release date remains to be announced. ExeKiller is a first-person action-adventure set in a post-apocalyptic alternate reality where a massive catastrophe has turned Earth into a scorched desert. Players take the role of Denzel Phoenix, a bounty hunter working for the powerful Helion Corporation, while uncovering secrets that put him against several factions. Its semi-open world offers combat, stealth, hacking, driving, dangerous weather, and choices that can change NPC reactions, dialogue, and endings. Progression comes through weapon mods, augments, and technology rather than traditional leveling. On the update side, ExeKiller was recently featured in Steam Cyberpunk Fest on August 6th, giving players another look at the project alongside a new gameplay overview trailer. The event highlighted the game among other Cyberpunk titles and showcased more of what players can expect when it launches. Frostpunk 1886 reimagines the original survival city builder in a frozen world where humanity's last survivors depend on the generator for heat. As captain, players manage resources, build infrastructure, create laws, and make difficult decisions that shape society. The game adds a new purpose path, new areas, events, technologies, buildings, and full mod support, alongside Endless Mode with 8 maps. In its latest developer diary, 11-Bit Studios revealed more about the game's updated 2D illustration pipeline. The team plans to preserve the original artwork's atmosphere while improving older elements and creating many completely new illustrations for new laws, the new purpose path, and its consequences. The studio also said more gameplay details will be shown as development moves closer to launch. Road to Vostok is a hardcore single-player survival game set in a post-apocalyptic border zone between Finland and Russia. Players scavenge for supplies, trade, complete tasks, customize shelters, and survive hostile factions before entering Vostok, where death means losing everything. The world also features realistic FPS mechanics, dynamic weather, seasons, and physics-based loot. In the latest update, Build 2 is around 75% complete and includes a major AI overhaul, new Nomad and Bandit variants, a new driver trader and garage shelter, around 10 times more new items, and 2 new maps. A special boss called Bogeyman is also being developed. Build 3 remains on track for Q4, while Build 4 is adding around 50 new weapons. The developer is targeting September for Build 2, still within Q3. DayZ Badlands is a massive survival expansion that takes players into the dangerous Nazdarah Desert, a war-torn region filled with abandoned cities, military ruins, harsh terrain, and deadly threats. Planned for October 2026, it will be the biggest expansion in DayZ history, introducing over 5,000 rebuildable structures where players can repair walls, install doors, barricade entrances, and create fortified bases. Extreme heat, sandstorms, venomous snakes, and new infected will make survival even harder, while motorcycles, new weapons like the Scar H digital code locks, and desert equipment add more ways to survive and defend your territory. The 1.29 Road to Badlands update is already live, bringing several of these features and Badlands-inspired content to all platforms ahead of the expansion. As One We Survive is a top-down survival game set in a post-apocalyptic America, where you play as a father searching for help for his sick daughter while trying to keep his community alive. You will scavenge abandoned locations, fight hostile survivors, manage hunger, thirst, wounds, temperature, stamina, and sleep, then build a homestead with facilities that support long-term survival. The Steam Next Fest demo gives a strong look at these systems, including crafting, base building, resource gathering, firearms, melee combat, and hostile human enemies. The demo also limits progress to 4 in-game days, giving players a short but useful preview of its survival mechanics. The developers are planning early access for Q1 2027, with future updates adding more systems, content, NPC companions, skill progression, and expanded story elements, as One We Survive could become a much deeper survival experience as development continues. Judas is a narrative-driven first-person shooter from Ghost Story Games, the studio led by Ken Levine, the creative director behind System Shock 2, BioShock, and BioShock Infinite. Set aboard a disintegrating starship, the game puts you in the role of Judas, a mysterious and troubled woman trapped in a desperate fight for survival. With the ship falling apart around her, survival depends on forming or breaking alliances with dangerous enemies, creating relationships that can directly affect how events unfold. The game combines intense first-person shooting with exploration, story-driven encounters, and a strong focus on character relationships. Its setting looks strange and unpredictable, with a damaged spacecraft providing a tense backdrop for the unfolding story. The biggest appeal is how your interactions with different characters can shape your path through the crisis, forcing you to decide who to trust and who to turn against. Verdant is a third-person adventure set in a striking post-apocalyptic world where nature has completely reclaimed civilization, while human technology and culture remain frozen in the 1980s. You play as Sprout, a young adventurer who must survive this dangerous new world while uncovering what caused humanity's downfall and discovering their own role in its future. Survival is built around gathering resources, crafting essential items, upgrading gear, and managing hunger, thirst, and rest. Sprout also has a powerful ability to take and give life essence from nature, creating difficult choices with real consequences. You might absorb the essence of an innocent animal to heal yourself, or use that same energy to cleanse a polluted stream. With limited combat power, avoiding enemies and using your surroundings intelligently becomes important. The lush forests, mutated wildlife, abandoned cities, and strange powers give Verdant a distinctive survival adventure setting. Metro 2039 is a dark single-player FPS set in the post-apocalyptic ruins of Moscow, where humanity has spent 25 years fighting for survival deep beneath the poisoned city. The Metro is now ruled by Hunter, a fanatical Spartan whose Novorite regime uses fear and propaganda to control its people while preparing for a new war against a terrifying enemy on the surface. You play as the mysterious stranger, a reclusive survivor haunted by violent waking nightmares and forced to leave his exile behind. His journey takes him into the shattered ruins of Moscow, where survival depends on stealth, combat, exploration, and careful decisions. The game promises a haunting world filled with deadly threats, intense atmosphere, and a strong narrative built around the struggle for the Metro's future. Fera the Sundered Tribes is a monster-hunting action RPG that combines fast aerial combat with village building and tribe management, in a vast world filled with dangerous creatures and towering environments. You play as a beacon of hope for the remaining humans, using a mystical tetherhook and glider wings to swing through the air, cling to massive beasts, and land critical attacks. Beyond combat, you can rescue survivors, recruit tribespeople, build and expand your village, and create a growing community with its own progression systems. The world includes multiple biomes, towering heights, deep areas, and more than 10 species of monsters and behemoths to hunt. Monsterpedia also tracks tactics, materials, and crafting recipes as you develop your character, villagers, and settlement. Beautiful Light is a brutal PvP/PvE extraction shooter where squads enter a hostile, post-apocalyptic environment to secure mysterious artifacts and escape alive while facing rival operators and terrifying anomalies. Each raid can support 24 players, with 6 squads of 3 operators competing against 6 monstrous anomalies controlled by players. You can search dangerous areas, complete quests, collect valuable gear, and use weapons, armor, gadgets, tactical lights, lasers, and night vision to survive. The game puts a strong focus on immersion, with realistic footsteps, breathing, heartbeats, gas mask effects, and a military-style forearm PDA replacing a traditional HUD. Players can also become anomalies and hunt human squads, gaining experience to unlock abilities and stronger creatures. Beautiful Light is planned to enter early access in December 2026, launching with 2 maps, over 20 weapons, 4 AI anomalies, 1 playable anomaly, 3 traders, and a PMC progression skill tree. Hell Express is a PvE isometric extraction shooter for 1 to 4 players, set in a strange world between life and death. You play as a member of an armed delivery company that sends dangerous packages into limbo, where survival depends on combat, careful planning, and smart resource management. Players can choose from different characters, each with unique abilities and personal motives, then enter limbo to complete deliveries, search for valuable treasures, and gather resources. The game also features weapon customization, allowing you to collect components and build gear that matches your preferred playstyle. Between missions, you can upgrade your equipment and vehicles while traveling through limbo with your armed Hell Trekker. The road trip structure adds another layer as you explore this dangerous realm and uncover stories about life, death, and everything in between. A Silent Desolation is a solo survival adventure set on a distant future Earth after humanity has abandoned the solar system. You play as a lone interstellar traveler who crash lands on the planet and must find a way to survive while uncovering what happened to the civilization that once lived there. With no way to escape, your main goal is to restore an abandoned space shuttle launch base by repairing generators, the control room, and oxygen systems. Exploration, resource management, crafting, mining, and careful planning are essential as you search for materials and lost technology. Resources also have different quality levels, affecting equipment durability and recycling results. You can build shelters, oxygen stations, bridges, energy equipment, water collectors, and outposts across the dangerous landscape. Acid rain, toxic gas, radiation zones, strange anomalies, and silent entities can quickly become deadly threats. Cronos Lazarus is a brutal new chapter in the Cronos the New Dawn story, putting you in control of the Warden as he fights through the wastelands on a mission the collective must never discover. Once a loyal Pathfinder, he is now isolated in the terminal and determined to awaken a lost essence he refuses to abandon. His sanctuary is compromised when a new hunter is sent specifically to eliminate him. Unlike the more careful combat of the base game, this chapter gives the Warden a faster and more aggressive fighting style, allowing him to move quickly, strike hard, and survive intense pressure despite his weakened condition. He can also leave decoys, turn temporarily invisible, and use advanced Pathfinder technology. His greatest challenge is a relentless pursuer designed to match his abilities, leading to larger and more cinematic battles. Detour is a sci-fi driving adventure where your truck becomes your main tool for surviving and navigating a world quietly controlled by an artificial intelligence known as the Machine. You will travel across peaceful rural backroads, explore handcrafted landscapes, and uncover secrets hidden among Spanish countryside and strange brutalist structures. Your truck can be upgraded and customized with tools that let you demolish barriers, carry heavy loads, cross difficult terrain, solve environmental puzzles, and open new routes. These upgrades also change how the vehicle looks and operates, making it more than simple transportation. Resource management is another important part of the adventure, with a dynamic storage system on the truck bed that turns your cargo into a constant puzzle. As you explore the condensed open world, the Machine will watch, guide, and interfere with your progress. Ill is a realistic first-person survival horror game set inside a massive research fort where a mysterious evil source creates horrific aberrations. Survival depends on managing weapons, crafting items, upgrading equipment, and carefully handling your inventory. Enemies react unpredictably to the environment, while realistic physics can affect both combat and puzzles. Its brutal dismemberment system, binaural audio, and disturbing creature designs add to the tension. Rootbound is a physics-based action-adventure where a small plantling travels across the island of Akara to save its home from a mysterious blight. With a sentient backpack as a companion, you'll solve ancient puzzles, fight dangerous creatures, gather resources, and uncover the secrets of a lost civilization. Campfires and torches provide safety from the deadly rain, while exploration reveals weapons, upgrades, and hidden paths. Terminator Survivors is an open-world survival adventure set 4 years after Judgment Day, where humanity is struggling to rebuild after the nuclear apocalypse. Players emerge from a shelter and enter a ruined world controlled by Skynet, where dangerous machines and scavengers threaten the last survivors. The story uncovers the truth behind Judgment Day, Skynet, and the Terminator threat, while introducing both familiar and original characters. Players can fight enemies with weapons at close and long range, but stealth and caution are also important for staying alive. A home base allows survivors to establish a new foothold, while the legendary T-800 remains a constant threat.